Tommy Rees, offensive coordinator, met with the media today. Was asked, what can you do to help Joe Flacco get going at quarterback?
Just got to get him comfortable. Probably felt comfortable early a couple weeks ago. Haven't been able to get back into rhythm. Again, our job as coaches to get him feeling comfortable and confident, and we've been working at that. He's not a guy that gets real up and down, so you wouldn't sense any of that. But just in the course of a game, allowing him to feel confident that he can rip it, and really that's our job as a coaching staff to make sure that we get him there.
We was talking yesterday about not forcing the ball and how important that is. So how do you find that balance? You talk about ripping the ball between I'm going to check it down versus take a
and that's what I mean by it's our job as coaches. Like there's going to be premier looks where we say, hey, this is what we got it dialed up for. This is what we have it designed for. These are the times to take it, and then here are the times where, hey, we maybe didn't design it for this coverage. Here's your outlet, or here's the time to be smart, or the pocket's breaking down and it's a late play decision. Like those are built in. I think it's during the week, the understanding of, hey, this is exactly what we're trying to attack. When we get this look, let's attack it. And that's why it falls on us as coaches to make sure we get that done.
So I use that to set this up. How concerned are you at the lack of explosive plays? It doesn't look like the receivers are getting a ton of separation. If that's going to be the case, this offense is going to struggle all year.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a combination of things. Like one thing that Tommy Rees said that I've been kind of noticed, though, especially over the last two games, is there's a lot of times when Joe Flacco doesn't have a lot of time to throw the football, and that's going to limit their ability to create explosive plays because, you can't throw the ball 20 yards downfield and there be a receiver there 1.5 seconds after the snap, right? You've got to get 3+ seconds of protection, and a lot of times he's not getting that. And as a result of him not getting that, I think it's kind of played a little bit of mind games with him because sometimes I think he panics and checks down or tries to bail the pocket when he does have more time. But in his head, he gets so sped up. But yeah, the wide receivers. One thing that I'm kind of curious, and I would, Kevin's fans would never give us any of these answers, but I'm concerned. I'm wondering why there isn't some change up in maybe seeing some more Jamari Thrash, more Isaiah Bond, and some of those guys that are more twitchy and explosive off the line of scrimmage that can create quicker separation. Because like I love Jerry Jeudy, but like he's more of a route winner than he is like a short area explosive boom, he's gone. Like, and he needs a little bit more time to be able to attack a defense, and they just don't have the offensive line play right now to be able to do that consistently. So I'm interested to see why they don't switch out some of those wide receivers because I think overall Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman have been relatively good, but they are guys that you kind of want to go more intermediate and deep part, and I think they got to find a way to be a little bit more creative because a lot of their spacing and concepts have been very vanilla, and good defenses, because they played very good defenses, are just sitting on those routes. So trying to find some more creative ways and get some of those more twitchy, explosive wide receivers. That I am concerned about the wide receivers. And that makes me say, why aren't you doing those things? Is that because you don't think your guys could do it? And that would add even more concern for me. But I think if they could just find a way to be a little bit more creative in the short area game, it should open things up at least a little bit.